Today we're continuing part 2. So we did part 1 of Pokemon Misery Dungeon Villains, and we did the original series. But I did skip up some things Skuntank has done. This is considered kidnapping. Again, they just went to talk. Will this way be considered kidnapping or just a talk? Considering the fact that, Kai, a similar video did this with Kai the Collector. Likely Torkoal was let go once Skuntank got information from them, but yeah. What was retarding this with kidnapping because Torkoal was trying to go back to the hot spring. This is stalking. The Krabby ran off because of Skuntank and his crew, because they didn't want to deal with the polluted smell. I don't know how many Krabbies there are now, but considering the fact they're likely wild, here, likely wild Pokemon, and not really a part of the guild or anything, we can't really charge a crime because we don't know how many Krabbies there are. We could just give, they did us get of Team Skull's presence, but this was just still stalking. Skuntank in this cutscene steals the relic fragment again. Yet another case of Grand Roshni here. This is the last time this entire mission is when they get defeated by the Kabutops, is the last time we actually see them. They don't actually appear any at all in the post game. Yeah, it's strange. There was one villain we haven't covered yet, Kabutops. Kabutops attempted to murder Zubat, Skuntank, and Koffing. This will be 3 life sentences for Kabutops. Kabutops attempts to kill Chatot. It is also confirmed that they also came back here twice. Came here before Wigglytuff and Chatot, and that basically this happened again, where Kabutops and the two Armorstyle tried to kill the Guildmaster Chatot. So for the past, there were 2 extra attempted murders, and 1 for the current attempted murder of Chatot. Also, they do attempt to murder you and your partner as well. Darkrai is responsible for the distortion and fabric of space. This could actually be considered mutilation, as basically Pokemon not being able to evolve is actually pretty bad. It is confirmed both you and your partner cannot evolve because of this space-time distortion that Darkrai has caused. Darkrai is destroying space and time. This is terrorism. Darkrai is fleeing arrest as well, and fleeing the scene of a crime. Darkrai is impersonating Cresselia. Yeah. The maximum penalty for this is 10 years. This is framing because Darkrai is the one that's causing all of this problems. Darkrai put him into an eternal nightmare. This, considering the fact that Azor would need to eat and drink, putting someone purposely into a coma, this would be considered false imprisonment. Darkrai is impersonating Cresselia in Azor's dreams now. I don't know if this should be a separate charge or not, but yeah, this is a second case of impersonation. This is the Darkrai wants this to happen. A world enveloped in a nightmare. This is another act of terrorism as well, as he'll be basically enveloping the world into a massive nightmare will be a death penalty for Darkrai. This would be attempted murder, as if Azor never wakes up from the nightmare, Azor would die. But I think we already gave this charge for Darkrai either way. We already basically gave this charge, but this would be considered genocide, as every Pokemon would be put into a nightmare. We just gave the death penalty charge for us putting the world in a total nightmare. This would be attempted murder times 2, as Darkrai impersonating Cresselia attempts to murder you and your partner on the fly. Palkia kidnaps both you and your partner over the fact that Darkrai is restoring time and space. Palkia is a legendary Pokemon that governs all of space. Darkrai put him into a nightmare. This would be attempted murder of Palkia as well. Palkia attempts to kill you multiple times throughout Spatial Rift, under the lie that you are causing all of these problems. Because Darkrai manipulated Palkia to do all of this, Palkia kidnaps you, attempts to murder you multiple times as well. Well, this will be 2 cases of kidnapping for Darkrai, and 6 cases of attempted murder, as Palkia attempts to erase you from all of existence because most likely Darkrai impersonating as Cresselia, which Palkia likely trusts will attempt to murder you and your partner. No. Considering that it's Palkia's job to govern time and space, no, not time and space. That's Dialga's job to govern all of space. Well, Darkrai is preventing Palkia from doing that job. This is preventing someone from doing their duty. I don't know what crime this is. I'll have to look it up. The closest we have would be tampering with evidence. As we all know, Darkrai is basically fabricating this whole entire story that you and your partner are the villains the whole time. Darkrai attempts to kill you and your partner again. Palkia was only doing it out of because he was worried about his space and time, but Cresselia, or Darkrai disguised as Cresselia as well. Also, we should give 2 more impersonation charges for Darkrai as well. So this is a fourth case of impersonation. Cresselia came to Palkia's dream and drove Palkia to do all of these bad actions, which is really Darkrai. So that means for all of the things that Palkia has done, like we did, basically Darkrai will be charged with. As basically Darkrai was framing you and your partner, which is what they have been doing from the very beginning. Darkrai has been doing from the very beginning. Darkrai has been shrouding the world in the darkness, terrorizing random people. Darkrai again another act of terrorism here. Fleeing the scene of an arrest again, Darkrai. The very beginning of the game. The event at the very beginning of the game where you and Grovyle got separated from each other. This will be attempted murder times 2. Also turning the human into a Pokemon. This is another case of mutilation, as you can't really go back to being a human at all in this game. The whole entire thing with Darkrai, this would all, considering that you also lost your memory, this would also be Darkrai will also be responsible for the memory loss. This is considered terrorism. As as for the whole thing of Primal Dialga and all the events in the previous and the main game story was caused by, of course, Darkrai. We always saw this. This is attempted murder times 2, as Grovile is attempting to get rid of both you and Grovile. And also, the attack would be considered assault as the characters did survive. Darkrai is attempting to form a criminal group with you and your partner to cause all these terrorist acts. This will be the same cards as we gave Skuntank. Darkrai wants to rule the world. Joining Darkrai will result in an immediate game over. But this would be attempted murder of Cresselia. I couldn't find an exact crime, but Darkrai is definitely brainwashing your partner to join his side. And considering the fact that he's going to do bad things, this will be a life sentence for Darkrai. This is assault. Darkrai summoned a lot of random wild Pokemon. This would be considered group murder times 3. Darkrai did flee the scene of crime, but Palkia gave him basically grave injuries for escaping. This is the end of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. If you want to see the side missions, then request it down below.